everyone, my name is Lindsay Murray. Welcome back to my channel. Here on YouTube I upload very girly girl, lifestyle, chronic illness, disability awareness, and LGBTQ service dog content. So for today's video, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm sitting in our greenhouse right now where me and my fiance live, and it's really rainy today, kind of gloomy, and I realized that I haven't just like genuinely sat down and been honest with you all or like connected with you guys in any way recently. I feel like I've just been more doing content just to do content just because I like to do it, but I really miss the aspect of talking to you guys and having like deep conversations, talking about mental health, talking about physical health. I always try to keep my social media a place where I can, one, raise awareness for my conditions, two, support other Spoonies who are also dealing with similar things that I'm going through. I always try to raise awareness for my conditions, as well as try to show that even though I'm disabled, even though I'm chronically ill, I can still do the things that I want to do and accomplish things in life, even though it might have to look differently for me than it might for someone else. So I always try to keep my social media overall pretty positive places. However, I also don't constantly expect that of myself to always be positive, considering everything that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's not realistic for someone to be happy all the time, and I don't want my socials to turn into a place of toxic positivity where it's just like, even though my life is falling apart, I'm like positive. It's not real, it's not genuine, and it's not what I want to do. I literally haven't sat down and talked to you all in forever, and I just did a poll on my Instagram and I asked you all what you want to see. I asked if you wanted a Q&A or a sit down, just talk video, old school, just to sit down and act like we're on FaceTime catching up type of video, and that's what you all wanted. So I'm sitting in our greenhouse. My service dog is over here laying down, and yeah, I'm just gonna be giving you all basically a life update. What's been going on in my life, mental health wise, physical health wise, how is my health doing, how's my treatment going. There's a lot that you all don't know about. This is gonna be weird. I haven't opened up in front of a camera. Well, I haven't opened up in general in a while, but like let alone to a camera. Also, what do y'all think of the new hair? I got my hair done a week and a half ago. It's blonde again. As you can see, we highlighted it and bleached it. And I also had her do lots of like short, choppy layers, fluffy, light, fun. I'm obsessed with it. It's a lot easier to deal with and manage, and I think it's super cute and it's very fun, and I can still pull it back if I need to, but it's still like got it off my shoulders a little bit. So yeah, new hair for one. That's the first new thing, is like, wow, hello, new hair. I am hooked up to fluids right now. There's a little hook we have in the greenhouse and I just hang my fluids up there, so they're just running. And as I also mentioned, I'm in here with my service dog. If he needs to alert at any point or time during this video, then he will, but he's just laying right here. He's being such a good man. I brought him in a bone in case he wanted it, but right now he's just sleepy. He got his flu shot because there's this nasty like kennel cough type flu going around giving dogs pneumonia in like Maryland, Virginia area right now. So my vet recommended, since he is a service animal, to give him this flu shot basically because it will protect him from getting this disease that dogs are getting. I also finally bit the bullet and signed him up for pet insurance. He is a service animal, but still pet insurance can help to cover the vet costs that come with having a dog, a cat. I only have him covered because it's about 80 bucks a month, and while I'm unemployed right now, I don't have the money to insure Luna as well, unfortunately. She will get put on the plan eventually, but he is my priority simply because he is my service animal and he literally goes everywhere with me. So I need to make sure that if something happens to him that I can cover the cost to make sure he can get the help and get better and everything. So I've already had 3 $130 vet visits with him. Yeah, it's definitely worth looking into pet insurance if you have a service animal. I went through MetLife because they had the best rates, they had the best plan. They have a prevention plan that includes like the flea and tick and heartworm meds that you have to get every month, which are crazy expensive. This is gonna be a longer video, so just sit down, grab a snack, and hang out. I want to put a quick trigger warning in the beginning of this video because I am going to be talking about mental health and topics such as depression and chronic illness, PTSD, lots of mental health topics, and I also cry a lot of this video. I just finished filming and I'm like, well, I need to do a trigger warning because I cried this whole video and that was not my intention at all. Yeah, I ended up being way more emotional than I really planned to in this video. I'm not mad about it because I really needed to let it out, and I feel like being raw and real on my channel has been way overdue, like way overdue. I hope that this allows us to connect on a more deeper level. If you are not in the headspace to talk about things like mental health and depression and flashbacks and chronic illness and hospitalizations and all of that stuff, maybe come back to this video when you are ready to watch it. But if you just kind of want a life update on me, what's been going on with me, why I haven't really been opening up in a while, this video is going to explain it all. So I love you guys so much, and here is today's video. My service dog Simon, he is my multi-purpose service dog. He is cardiac, seizure, alert, and response, as well as light mobility. So I was on a wait list for about 1.5 years, I want to say. It was about 2 years total before like he came home, but I was on a wait list. I got matched with him, I got to go meet him, and then I had a 2-week training period in October of last year, which was 2022, and then I got to take him home because we passed our team training. I'm not even gonna lie, the adjustment going from program to home was very difficult for us. Like I was getting really nervous, and quite frankly I saw a lot of regression in him, like in his performance, in terms of like his confidence in public, his focus, his stress levels. Because obviously I want my service dog to be happy and healthy and a happy working dog. I want him to enjoy his job. And I started having more and more issues with him, and I was freaking out because I just spent my whole life savings of $10,000 to pay for this dog. How am I already like holding back tears? There's gonna be a lot of crying in this video, be warned. I've held it in. Okay, so we're just gonna talk mental health because I literally can't keep these tears in. Okay, if you are familiar / have followed my journey for a long time, I've battled with depression for several years, since high school, I believe. My doctors believe I was put on an antidepressant when I was experiencing my first inpatient experience. I'm sure you all can probably guess what led to that, but I literally feel like I can't talk. I just want to cry. Like, okay, take a breath. My mental health has really been struggling. I'm sure you can literally see it in my face. Like, I can't hide it anymore. Like I said, I really always try my best to be as positive as I can be. I can't do that right now because I'm really struggling, and I need to prioritize myself and how I'm feeling. And the truth is, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not okay mental health wise, and I haven't been for a while. It was sometime last year. I had a really bad flare, hospitalization. Nothing new for me, but it got to a point where I had so many flares back to back where there's just certain medications that I wasn't really keeping up with. Kind of a combination of not intentional but also intentional, because I was so nauseous. I am so nauseous all the time. And I'm literally at the point where I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it's exhausting. Constantly having to fight with your own body. And I've worked so hard and dealt with so much for so many years to just get answers. And now that we have the answers, we're just at a point where I'm like, I'm stable, but I'm not. I'm relying on my PICC line to live. I'm relying on TPN for all of my nutrition, and it's my 3rd year on it. It's my 3rd year relying on IV fluids, 3rd year relying on IV Keppra twice a day to control my seizures, and constantly pushing IV Zofran. I'm literally just exhausted. Like, being chronically ill is exhausting. And and I unfortunately got laid off when I was in the hospital last year with my blood infection. So losing my job was really hard on me, and I have not been able to find a job ever since. Yes, good boy. That in itself was just really, really hard. God, I'm crying so much. Back to what I was talking about previously, I had gotten off of my Lexapro, which is my antidepressant that I've been on for years, and it's helped me significantly and it's stabilized me for a long time. But it just got to the point where I had so many medications, I had to prioritize certain ones, and that was just not one of them. I'm on another medicine called Remeron. It can act as an antidepressant, but I more use it as a motility agent because of my gastroparesis. So I have been off my Lexapro for the first time in years, and I should have never stopped it. Like, straight up, never stop medications without discussing it with your doctor first, because I'm now reaping the repercussions of being off my meds for too long. By the time I hit the like month and a half, 2 month mark, I did try to take it, but because it was a high dose, it gave me the worst migraine of my life. I have a very sensitive ecosystem, as my doctors like to call it. My body does not like to function or cooperate like a normal body should. But since it had been so long at that point, since I had taken it, it's all out of my system now. And my depression brain is back. And it's mean. I want more than anything to be back on it, but I don't know how to get back on it, considering, like I said, I'm gonna have to start from a lower dose. I also haven't been in therapy because I had to stop therapy to work that job I got last year for 8 months because her hours didn't work, because I worked 9 to 5 and those were the hours that the therapist works. So I've been out of therapy, all off of my antidepressants for months now, and it's hitting, and it is hitting hard. And it's been so hard. I always try to stay positive. I always try to find the positive in things. But the bottom line is that I battled with MDD throughout my entire like high school, college experience. And everything that I did do to help me get to a better place, I'm no longer maintaining, because I've been so focused on my health because I have so many doctor's appointments, and every week I have to get my dressing changed and get labs done, and constantly trying to just maintain. I just feel like it wasn't fair for me to keep this to myself, because the bottom line is it's okay not to be okay. But I'm also at the point where I realize like I really do need to get back into therapy, and I need to get back on my Lexapro like immediately. I'm basically in survival mode right now. I don't even know how to explain my health. My health feels like a never-ending roller coaster. It's the best way I can explain it. My pain is finally a little bit more managed, but my nausea is not. Like I said, I'm going on year 3 of relying on my PICC line, my G-tube, TPN, IV fluids, IV Zofran, and IV Keppra to manage and maintain, along with several other medications multiple times a day. We have the EDS diagnosis now, which is like putting all the puzzle pieces together, and it's making everything make sense. We also recently discovered that part of the reason why I keep becoming anemic is because I keep having to get procedures, whether it's an enteroscopy, a push enteroscopy, a colonoscopy, tube changes and everything. And after every single procedure, I've experienced some kind of blood loss, which has dropped my iron levels, and it makes me very anemic. Occasionally it'll make my phosphorus levels messed up as well, and that's one of the things that caused a breakthrough seizure last time. My phosphorus was low, and it lowered my seizure threshold and caused a seizure. Seizures are the only things that are like controlled as of right now on my meds. Like, I'm very thankful for that. Also, having him to alert me to POTS syncope episodes and seizures as well has helped me keep control of my seizures. That's probably the only thing that is in control right now, because I'm still having my compression pain. I'm still having constant nausea. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a scopolamine patch behind my ear, and that is supposed to help with nausea. It's like a constant dose on top of my Zofran that I do IV every 5 hours. it's just exhausting. There's so much more that I want to be doing, and I've been so limited with what I'm able to do. So I'm supposed to get an iron infusion in like a week and a half, I believe, and that should hopefully help with my energy because my fatigue has been so bad. I haven't been able to do anything. So I'm supposed to be getting another iron infusion because after my G-tube replacement, my iron levels dropped again and my fatigue got really bad because of my EDS. I also have issues maintaining things how I'm supposed to, like absorption issues, which is why I have to do fluid infusions and why I have to do occasional iron infusions because my body just doesn't retain it how it should. I've been waking up in the middle of the night and having to fight off the urge to throw up. Oftentimes if I throw up once, there's a very high likelihood that it will just turn into a cyclic vomiting episode and I will end up in the ER that night. So I always have my emergency meds that I'll do before I make any decisions about that, but it's really hard when you fall asleep for a few hours and you're not consistently keeping up with dosing yourself or medications, and then you wake up and you're like, I'm gonna puke right now. It's really tough living with invisible disabilities and invisible illnesses, whether they're physical or psychological, because people don't always understand. I've made my social media my happy place. This is the community of people where we just support one another. Like, maybe not necessarily the service dog community, but the chronic illness community for the most part. Almost everyone I've talked to, other than the occasional haters who I just block, because that's another thing. If you see me deleting comments or blocking people, like, it is what it is. I have no energy or tolerance for any kind of bullying or hate or disrespect. I will do my best to educate first, but if you return back with nothing but negativity and disrespect, then you will be deleted and blocked. Like, I have no issue doing that on my social media pages because I have boundaries and I'm allowed to have boundaries. Yeah, I do share my life online. I do it as an outlet for myself. I do it to help other people feel less alone in what they're going through. I was always that person who put school ahead of anything, and I would prioritize homework over self-care, and it's just hard because they worked so hard to get to a better place. And as my mental health improved, my physical health declined, and that's all it's done ever since. It's literally just a spiral effect. It feels like one thing after another, and the second that we fix one thing that's causing the issues or we find the answer for one thing, it's like, okay, it's a new med or it's a new treatment. Like, I'm already in physical therapy trying to help my body experience less pain by strengthening muscles and joints so that I'm not experiencing constant subluxes and dislocation. It's hard because I'm so thankful for my treatments. I'm so thankful for the health insurance that I have that allows me to stay on TPN and maintain my PICC line and my G-tube and doctor's appointments with all of my like different specialists and everything. I'm very thankful for the access to my care and my medications and all of that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for my service dog. I'm so thankful for my friends. They have really stuck by me and helped me through this weird phase in my life where I'm unemployed, I'm really sick, I'm struggling mentally and physically. I've also been mourning the loss of like my healthy life, my healthy self, and though I know I can enjoy and I can live a great life, but you do have to realize that it is gonna look different, most likely for the rest of your life. And going from competitive cheerleader to high school cheerleader to fully disabled is a big transition. I feel like there's been so much that has not been said by me, and this is the first time in a long time that I can appreciate myself for being honest and raw and real and vulnerable, because crying in front of a camera where potentially millions of people are gonna see it is terrifying. But I care more about, one, just doing my craft and expressing myself and letting it out, and talking to a camera is therapeutic for me. And I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for you all and the family that I have created and the audience I'm building from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram. Like, I'm finally getting to a place where I'm experiencing consistent growth on all platforms, and I'm so excited about it. but I feel like I couldn't really fully enjoy it or embrace it until I had just sat down and got honest with you all, because I don't even remember the last time that I sat down and just talked to you guys. It's always tips and tricks for this or a vlog. I feel like I haven't just sat down and gotten real with you guys in a long time, and so I'm really glad that I'm able to do that right now. Hope that if you are also chronically ill or disabled or have mental health issues and you watch my channel, I hope that this, I don't really know the word, but humanizes me a little bit more. Like, I'm not this perfect disabled chronically ill influencer who's always happy and upbeat and smiling, and like, God forbid, that's who I am. I am a very loving, happy person, but if I were to be like that right now, it would just not be genuine. And I never want to be ingenuine with you guys. Like, I want to let you in on times like this, because when I went through this, I was all alone. I lost so many friends that I thought would be lifelong friends purely due to being disabled and being sick and not being able to maintain those friendships. God forbid, I have so many amazing, incredible friends who have, and I'm so thankful for that. But this is just something that I felt like I needed to do. Like, I'm definitely was not intending this entire video basically to be me crying. Like, I'm so sorry. It's really not my intent. I just feel like all of my struggle has been bubbling up, and the more and more that I just kept making content without addressing it or talking about it, like, there's a reason I haven't gotten personal in a while, and it's because I'm struggling. But I'm finally at a place where I know that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help when you need it. I just want to let you guys know, like, I'm safe, I'm okay, I truly am happier than ever. Like, I love my fiance so much. I love living with her. I love my babies and my family and my friends and what I get to do online here for you all. But I'm in a tough spot right now, trying to get back on my antidepressants without ruining my body, trying to get back into therapy, which is another copay on top of a bunch of other stuff that I really can't afford right now. Being unemployed, a lot of times people don't even talk about like how hard it is to find and maintain a job as a chronically ill disabled person with a service dog. It's so hard. I have my whole bachelor's degree and like years of work experience, and still discrimination happens all the time in the workplace. But it happens every single day. It's just so frustrating, and I'm just tired. I'm still very much gonna be trying to post consistently on all my social media platforms, but if for some reason I end up disappearing for a little bit, like, just know that this is why. I'm just taking some self-care time to kind of get my mental health back to a place that I want it to be. My physical health is still technically stable. I mean, that like 2020, 2021 period where I was in the hospital almost every single 2 weeks was so bad. And I'm so glad that I'm stable and I'm not experiencing that anymore. But that's also where a lot of my medical trauma came in, and as my depression gets worse, so does my cptsd. I've been having more nightmares and flashbacks. I just feel like it's so important to talk about, and I hate the stigma behind it, and yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know what else to talk about. I feel like I've kind of covered everything. Physical health wise, I mean, all of my doctors are kind of stumped at this point. Like, no one really knows where to go from here, because we know the second that we stop my TPN, like, I still can't eat enough to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Even as I try and I've been pushing myself, it just throws me into flares. My health is at a plateau. Don't really know where to go from here treatment wise. We're glad that I'm stable, but I'm also can't live the rest of my life on TPN. Oh god, that was like a whole therapy session. Wow. Okay. Alright everybody, well that is it for today's video. I hope you can find some comfort in it. I know that I talked about a lot of difficult, hard things in today's video. I don't really know what end message I kind of want to leave you all with, other than it's okay to not be okay and it's okay to ask for help. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you sticking with me through all these years. I've literally been making content on social media since I was 15s, but you are not alone. You are stronger than you may think you are, and just keep going. One step, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. My socials are always here. I try to keep it a safe place where anyone is welcome to talk about their health battles, and I think it's important to continue for me to try to stay positive, but also to not ignore the bad, because especially with chronic illness and disabilities, like, it's really hard mentally. You're not alone in that. I hope this video even helps someone out there, like even just one person will make it worth it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Hopefully not bursting into tears anytime I try to talk at all. But I love you guys so much. Don't forget to stop what you're doing and subscribe to join the family, and don't forget to turn on that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. That is it. I love you guys so much. You got this. I love you. Bye.